Right now in Capitol Hill and right next door, neighboring here, the Supreme Court hearing a case today that involves federal regulations on air and water pollution, gun safety measures, and workplace protections. It centers around this, a group of herring fishermen. They say government regulations are forcing boat owners to pay for special observers, chaperones, to make sure they follow rules, and those payments for it could top $700 a day per fisherman.
The case has gained support from conservative groups like Gun Owners of America and also some e-cigarette makers. Janette Brown is representing the New Jersey fishermen in the Supreme Court case and joins us now. Janette, welcome. Thanks for coming on. It's a bit of a complicated case. Could you take us through exactly what's being argued and what your clients want?
Sure. Thank you for having me on. It is a bit of a complicated case, but at base is a simple question. What limits an agency's authority when it wants to regulate a business? And that's why so many people are interested in this case. For our clients, the question is whether or not they can be forced to pay for monitors to ride their boats and make sure that they're adhering to the law. That statute isn't explicit, that power isn't explicit in the authority. It's something that the agency found after it wasn't able to regulate as much as it wanted, and after Congress wasn't giving it enough money to regulate as much as it wanted. So that's why the interest is so broad, because this goes well beyond herring fishermen in the Northeast. This goes to every regulated business. How much authority does an agency have when it wants to regulate more?
So a senior attorney, I guess, for the other side here, for the environmental advocacy group known as Natural Resources Defense Council, says the real agenda is to, quote, hobble modern government. It goes on to say, quote, will it be a tinkering change or a radical one? If the latter, it threatens to wreck effective government. Can you respond to that?
Sure. It will not be a radical change. And it doesn't hobble modern government. It brings us back to the default rule that agencies are limited to the authority that they've been given by statute, that they don't get to go searching for and find additional authority when they want it, and that Congress is actually the one that does the legislating. Stare decisis will protect a lot of the decisions that had been made under Chevron, and it's really sort of an issue for this case and going forward. What's the limit on agency authority?
Perhaps we'll have a decision this summer. It is a conservative-leaning court right now. Janette Brown giving us a preview, though, of the case. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Still to come.